Thanks so much for joining me today. I'm going to be guiding you through a short morning yoga practice. My name is Iona. And the focus of this practice this morning is to open and energize the body, and also a little bit of a focus on the hips and hamstrings as well. So we're going to begin in a child's pose, bringing the knees wide to the edges of the mat, sitting back on the heels, reaching the arms out in front. Allowing the forearms to ground down, the forehead to rest down on the earth. Starting to close down the eyes. Taking a few deep breaths in through the nose and exhaling out through the mouth. Inhaling through the nose and exhale out through the mouth. Starting to ground your awareness into this physical space. With each and every exhalation, grounding the energy down from the mind and into the heart. Next inhalation, follow it all the way to the top. Exhale, let it out through the mouth. And as you inhale, gently pressing into the hands, rising up to all fours. Wrists stack underneath the shoulders, knees stack underneath the hips. Get nice and long through the spine. And on an inhalation, lowering the belly down to the earth, gently lifting the gaze, draw the shoulders back toward the hips. Exhale, chin to chest, pressing into the hands, rounding through the spine. Inhaling, lowering the belly, opening through the heart center. And exhale, rounding through the spine. Keep repeating this movement in your own rhythm of breath. And as we start to create a little bit more movement with the body, can you stay connected with your breath? Inhalation, coming back to a neutral spine. As you exhale, curling the toes, lift the knees, draw the chest towards the thighs, and then start to take the hips up towards the ceiling. Grounding down through the palms of your hands, spreading the fingers nice and wide. Keep some softness in the knees to start off with, so we're really focusing on finding as much length as we can through the spine. Next inhalation, high up on the tippy toes. Exhale down to the knees. Inhale, lowering the belly, opening through the chest. Exhale, round the spine. Follow the movement back to child's pose, but with the toes tucked this time. And then walking the fingertips as far forward as you can. Can we spider the hands so the wrists are off the ground? Keeping the elbows and forearms off the ground, but allowing the forehead to lower down to your mat. Breathing into the shoulders, the chest. Planting the hands back down. Inhale, rising up, all fours. Exhale, downward facing dog. A little bit more engagement this time, so grounding down through the feet if that's accessible for you. Otherwise, just having the action of the heels drawing down is exact same benefits. And sometimes depends on our bone structure. And softening the elbows, engaging the tops of the arms. Soften the knees, engage the tops of the thighs. 3 rounds of breath here. 1. 2. 3. Inhaling high up on the tiptoes, exhale down to the knees. Getting nice and long through the spine on an inhalation. And then as you exhale, sending your right leg out behind you. Right toes flex toward the body. Fixing the gaze down on the mat, so probably at the top of your mat. And then sending the left arm out in front when you feel nice and balanced. Keeping some softness in this left elbow, right elbow, engaging that right arm. Engaging the lower abdominals so we're not dipping through the lower back, but we're nice and long through the spine. 1 more full inhalation. Exhale, left hand down, and then left foot out to the side, so we're creating a little bit more stability. Start to open your right hip up over to the left, sending the right arm high up towards the ceiling. Now staying nice and strong through this right leg. A few rounds of breath, and gazing wherever feels comfortable for your neck. One more inhalation. Exhaling, right hand down, right knee down. Inhale, send left leg out behind you this time. Get nice and strong, lengthen through the spine. And then send right arm out in front. Pressing through that left heel, reaching through the right fingertips. Gazing down towards your mat so you're not lifting your gaze forward, but we're finding more length through the back of the neck here by gazing down. 1 more inhalation. Exhale, right hand down, right foot out to the side, and sending left arm high when you feel nice and steady. Engaging through left leg. Breathing here, a few rounds of breath. Present and engaged with each round of breath. One more full inhalation. Exhale, left hand down, left knee down. Stay for an inhale, lengthen through your spine. Exhale, curl the toes, downward facing dog. 1 full inhalation. And grounding on the exhale. Inhale, left leg high, 3-legged dog, coming high up on the right toes as you do so. Exhaling, bending into left knee, Planting left foot outside of left hand, so just on the inside edge of your mat. Lower right knee down to the ground, left knee over left ankle, coming high up on your fingertips, and then onto the top of that right foot as well. An inhalation to open through the chest, so draw the shoulders back to the hips. And then as you exhale, sending the hips back behind you, begin to lengthen through your left leg, left toes flex toward your body. Inhale, shift the weight forward, open through the chest. Exhale, send the hips back. One more time, inhaling. Exhale, send the hips back. Invitation to stay a little longer here. 3 rounds of breath. 1. 2. 3. Next inhalation, rocking the hips forward again. And then as you exhale, plant this right hand down firmly. Left hand to left knee. You can walk the left foot out a little bit more, or if it feels comfortable for you, you can roll to the outside edge of your left foot. Dropping the right hip down towards the earth and starting to create circles in one direction with this left hip. Remembering to keep some softness in that right elbow, engaging through that right arm. And switching directions with your circles. Back to stillness. Ground through left foot. Walking left foot in slightly so the left hand is planted to the outside edge of left foot this time. Curling the right toes, lift the back knee. Stepping back into a high plank. Puffing through the upper back, engaging through the thighs. An inhalation to rock the shoulders forward of the wrists. Exhale, elbows to rib cage, lower down to your belly. Flip to the top of your feet. Inhale, upward facing dog, engaging the legs, pressing into the hands. Exhale, downward facing dog. 1 full round of breath. Inhale, right leg high, left tippy toes. And exhale, right foot outside edge of right hand. Lowering down to left knee, come high up on your fingertips and flip onto the top of your left foot. An inhalation to open through the chest. And an exhalation to send the hips back behind you, lengthen through right leg. Inhale, shift the weight forward. And exhale, send the hips back. One more time. As you send your hips back, invitation to stay 3 full rounds of breath. You may notice that your hips want to rock over to the left. And just gently centering the hips, and that may mean a little bit of a bend through your right knee as well. Next inhalation, send the hips forward. Plant right hand outside edge of right foot, walk right foot in. Curl the back toes and sending right foot back to meet the left for a high plank. Inhalation, shoulders forward of the wrists. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. 3 rounds of breath, present and engaged with each round of breath. 1. 2. 3. Inhaling high up on your tiptoes. Exhale down to your knees. Inhale, lowering the belly, opening through the chest. And exhale around the spine. Follow that movement back to a child's pose. Inhaling, walk the hands back to the knees. So we're in Vajrasana, shoulders over the hips. Swinging the legs out in front, planting the feet down, bending into the knees. Taking a hold of the back of your thighs, and then shift the weight back so we're nice and long through the spine. Engaging through the core. On an inhalation, gently picking the feet up and flexing the toes toward your body. Finding Anavasana boat pose, drawing the shoulders down towards the hips. Stay nice and open through the chest. Make sure you're breathing as well. 1 more inhale. Exhale, planting the feet, soles of the feet come together, knees draw wide to the edges of the mat, fold forward, Baddha Konasana, butterfly pose. Inhaling, rising up, knees together, finding our boat pose again, option to release the hands this time. Again, staying nice and open through the chest. Steady through the breath. 1 more inhale. Exhale, planting the feet, soles together, Baddha Konasana. 1 more time, inhale, rising up. Finding your Navasana, boat pose. Invitation to lengthen your legs this time. Maybe release the hands as well. One more inhalation. Exhale, Baddha Konasana. Inhale, walking the hands back towards you, drawing the knees together, planting the feet, hands behind you, and then just allowing the knees to rock from side to side, neutralizing through the pelvis. Coming back to stillness. Shifting the sit bones forward and lowering down onto your back. Walking the heels closer in towards your sit bones. Arms alongside your body. Chin gently in towards your chest. Find a little bit more length through the back of your neck. Next inhalation, pressing into the feet and the shoulders. Lifting the hips up towards the ceiling at the same time, taking your arms overhead. As you exhale, arms coming down at exactly the same time as your hips. Inhaling, arms overhead, lifting through the hips. Exhaling, arms by your sides, grounding down. One more time, inhale. Exhale. Gently drawing the knees in toward the chest, clasping the hands and just gently rocking from side to side. Finding some stillness. Releasing the feet wide to the edges of the mat and allow the knees to drop in together. Arms out into a T shape. A full inhalation. Exhale, knees over to the right. Inhale, knees back to center. Exhale to the left. Inhale, knees to center. And exhale, setting up for Shavasana, so lengthening one leg down at a time. Allow the feet to fall wide to the edges of the mat. And intuitively placing the hands wherever feels most comfortable for you. Beginning to close down the eyes. Allowing the body to soften into the support beneath you. Allowing this moment to be exactly as it is. Both in our internal world, so what's happening inside of ourselves, and our external world, what's happening outside of ourselves. Giving your body permission to enter a state of deep relaxation. Allowing your breath to guide you there. And I will guide you back when it's time. You are forever true. You are forever pure, and dream of this this world. Where I'll never touch you. So give up your attachment. Give up your confusion. Fly to that space that's beyond illusion. Gently grounding your awareness back into this space, back into the physical body, back to your breath. Allowing each and every round of breath to energize you further as you begin to create some movement into the fingers, into the toes. Maybe reaching the arms overhead for a full body stretch, welcoming the day ahead. And keeping the eyes closed, really slow and gentle movement. Gradually making your way up to a seat of your choice. And bringing your hands to heart center, Anjali Mudra, prayer position. Turning the corners of your lips up towards your ears. A moment of gratitude for honoring yourself, bringing yourself into this space this morning. And cultivating love within ourselves so we can then see the world through loving eyes. May all beings be happy, may all beings be peaceful. Namaste.